What's up, guys? So I just want to make a quick video to give you a breakdown of a day trade that I took earlier this week. I kind of told the chat to pay attention to a specific key level and kind of go from there. So let's take a look. If we look at the S&P here, or sorry, the Nasdaq, the S&P had already started to break down, so I wasn't paying attention to that as much. But I did notice this very key support level here on the Nasdaq. And so it was this level here. You could see we kind of had been trading sideways to up, but holding this level here, kind of in a range, right? And so that was the first thing I noticed. And then from there, this was yesterday. So what happened is that we had, I dropped down to a lower time frame, the low a day pretty much bounced right at that level. And so once we got that bounce, I was like, okay, this is probably going to be a pretty key level. So we need to pay attention to this. And just this is probably going to be a level that could give us a pretty nice downside move. And so one of the things that I was paying attention to was um, that level. And so it was like, okay, I had posted in the chat. I can pull it up exactly what it said. But basically, I'd said this is the only level you need to pay attention to going into today, especially after we bounced off that level. During the morning session, right? And so then I personally decided to take an entry a little bit early before the break. And reason being is because we had a sell signal here on the 15-minute. We had a sell signal on the 30-minute as well. So we had sell signals printing on the 30-minute for kind of quite some time for one, two, three, four, five, 6 candles. But I decided to wait until that 15-minute gave me a sell signal. And so from there, once we got that sell signal, I entered into a short position, just looking for a continuation to the downside. And we got just that right into the close. I actually did trim. This is by no means, it just ended up happening this way. At this 18,550 area, I think I got filled at 18,555 because this drop happened pretty quickly and then it got bought up real quick. So basically, I dragged my stop loss down and trailed it and got filled on that there and had a little bit of runners for this move back to the daily 21 EMA. Pretty similar to the last video that I went over. So if you missed that, the trade in ES, then that may be something that may be helpful about that concept of reversion to the mean. But I was basically looking for a move back to the daily 21, which happened to be right around that 18,500. So that's the trade recap. Essentially, we got in an entry here. Typically, when we get that signal bar, I like to see a little bit of buying pressure just to get a little bit better of a fill. So we got filled right around this area here, around the 18,642, and then ultimately caught a move down into a pretty close to a 100-point move. And then from there, kind of had a continuation down into this area here, which ended up being around 140 points or so. So it turned out to be a really great trade. And then as for today, I didn't have any great entries. I had a sell signal here on the hourly. Just felt like I was chasing too much if I took that entry. So I decided to just hold off. And I also had on ES a sell signal on multiple time frames on this candle here, right here. And so I wasn't at the computer and I checked my phone, got the alert, but I decided to just hold off and not take this entry just because you could see here that we got this sell off, but the risk to reward just wasn't there, right? Like I would have to be risking too much, especially with a move back to the 21 EMA. I would be risking too much on the trade. So it did give like from 519 down to 505.50. But so like a 14-point move, but I didn't see where like a good place to put my stop loss was. Maybe right around, so the entry was right around here, maybe a stop loss right here, and even so, the risk to reward was about 1 to 1. So in my opinion, with the trades that I already took this week, it just felt like I don't need to force it. So I didn't trade today and kind of just sat on my hands. But that's that. So yeah, that's kind of the trade recap. So for NQ, the trade that we were able to catch was this move back down to the 21 EMA. And you can see here, it was a very clean trend of lower highs and lower lows, and we had a solid move down. So yeah, that is the trade recap. I hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video.